Hello, welcome to Jazz's Emporium. I'm Jazz, the Tarot Reader. And this is going to be the last of the series that I did for all the One Direction for the whole 2026 reading. This is going to be for Liam Payne. The first bit I'm going to do for this segment of the video is I'm going to channel Liam Payne first, and then I'm going to see if there's anything pertaining to his case to do with 2026, if there's anything that is going to come up possibly within this year. Now, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't sue me. If you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do readings on different celebrities. You could do readings on anything that's pertaining to your life in general, or anything that you want me to ask or you want to ask me, I can do for you guys. Now, again, keep the comments civil. We don't want anything nasty going on in the comment section. We want to keep this as civil as we can, you know, for anybody that I'm reading on or anything to do in general, just or for anybody in their lives in general, please keep it civil. And I do hope you enjoy this reading. This was a long, arduous project, and I'm glad that, you know, I'm doing this reading for Liam Payne, and it's going to be a very interesting reading, I think. I've been getting a little bit of downloads and stuff of what he wants me to talk about. And with his energy at the moment that I'm gauging with is that he's just at peace, and he's very, very proud of the other One Direction members, which I will be getting more into that in that reading. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the video montage, and then I'll see you in the channeling session. It's going to be a short channel, and then short tarot readings to do pertaining for the whole year, because I only got so much camera space or storage space on my camera. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in both sections, and bye for now. Peace out. Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So this is the Liam Payne channeling section of this video. There will also be a tarot reading, which I will do a spring, summer, fall, winter, etc., etc. As you know, I've been doing that for the rest of the One Direction people. If you do want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com, and we shall get started for another channeling session. Let's call in Liam. Okay. Liam James Payne. Okay, let me just have a sip before I get started. Sorry guys, I just gotta have a sip. New sippy cup my parents got me. This is so useful, and it keeps it cool and or hot. So it's insulated temperature. Oof. Not product endorsing. I'm just saying, I just love my new gift. I love my new thing. Okay, let's see what we get. Liam James Payne, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides, please call in Liam James Payne. Okay, let's see. He's like, hello. I said hi. Hello, Liam. Okay, so let's see. What are we channeling today? He just wants to say for the record, he's so proud of his bandmates in One Direction. Niall, Zayn, Louis, and Harry. He says, I'm so proud of how far you guys are coming through the grief process. He wants to acknowledge their albums. Everybody's got something to do. And he's saying that as he's clapping his hands. That's a big thing that's coming out. He's saying, I'm so proud of these, I'm so proud of everybody in the band. He says, I'm proud of their tours. He's saying everybody is so strong. He's saying thank you so much to them. He says he's watching every single one of them, by the way. He's really tapping that in, that he's watching everybody and what their process is and what they're doing right now. He's acknowledging how hard they've worked. He says, I'm glad Harry's coming out of his shell. He needs this right now. He needs to come back to I'm not saying come back to reality, or that could be a reason why he's saying come back to reality, but he's in so many words saying this is like what he needs to do right now. He needs to get back in there. He needs to get whatever he's doing on paper. Like he said, Harry works more in secret teen silence. Okay, so let's see. He goes, Zane's Vegas residency is going to go really, really well. He's actually drawing me to, with Zane, he's drawing me to basically to stuff to do with his gaming and computer. I'm assuming Zane's already made an appearance on the apps or gaming stuff. I know he went live recently. He showed me the Vegas residency with the heart, the diamond, the heart and the diamond and stuff like that, the club, and I don't know if that means take a risk, take a chance. It could be heart, spade, club, and diamonds. So, and he's also shown me Louis' tattoo. So there's a relevancy in that. They could have been playing cards and stuff like that, or there could be reasons why he's showing that symbology. He's saying "Good luck, brother," to Zane. That's a big one that's coming out. That will be for Zane's message. Liam's message to Zane. Anything else for Zane? Good luck carrying your career, he's saying. It's been a rough road, but good luck with that. All right. Anything else for Zane? He says, speak to me when you're alone, brother. Like, I guess, I don't know if Zane says anything to him or calls out to him when he's having a hard time. He says, don't forget that, Zane. Like, you can talk to me and I'm still around you and here. That's another thing I'm getting here with Liam to Zane's message. And before people ask, you're probably like, well, why are you channeling specific One Direction members? Liam wanted me to do that. You know, he wanted me specifically to congratulate them in their process and their journey so far. That's a big thing that's coming here with that one. Okay, so sorry guys, and again, I just thought to break the channeling to tell you that. If you're wondering why why we're starting off with these people first, that's what I was getting from him. So, I'm hearing cupboard down the stairs for Zane. Cupboard down the stairs. Cupboard down the stairs. Maybe there's something that Zane's lost and Liam's telling him where the direction, no pun intended, where it is to find something. Okay, let's see. Harry. Okay, Harry. He's just showing me his music video as it was. I'm pretty sure Liam was alive when that came out. I'm not sure, but he showed me Harry dancing, like he's showing me like a dancing man, like Harry in the Harlequin sequence. He showed me that. He showed me different colors of Harlequin sequence and stuff. He's shown me an old record player for Harry. And I'm hearing, he goes, disco, disco, disco. He's like, Harry. He's like, okay. He goes, this album's going to be, he's saying it's going to be well received. A bit of a change up, he says. This is going to be good for Harry. He's saying, he goes, he can't wait for y'all to hear this album. Because what you don't understand, and I know you're going to think this is weird about what I'm going to say, Spirit hears things before we do. They see things before they do. So he's already gotten a preview of what's going to happen next. They kind of have a preview before we do. So they kind of see things and hear things before we do. So they kind of give us little warnings and nudgings, if so to say. I'm seeing a disco ball, like a chained up disco ball in the ceiling. He showed me this disco ball. So he's saying disco is going to be a very prominent thing on Harry's new album, a dancier album I'm hearing. This isn't going to be like a softer album. This is going to be more of a dancey, livelier album. He showed me the disco ball spinning with the lights. I'm getting like a good, like almost like a Temple Impala or something. Like it's going to be more dancier like that. Temple Impala, like it's going to be more dancier. What else do I get for Harry? Time to come out and play, I'm hearing. I'm hearing time to come out and play. Time to come out and play. Okay. Anything else for Harry? He's saying watch yourself this year, Harry. Just don't overindulge. I'm hearing overindulgent. Okay, overindulgent. Yeah, I hope he's not overindulging again. Like with that. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to, you know. Okay. All right. Niall. He showed me a wedding ring. So instantly with Niall, what I'm getting with Liam, showing me a wedding ring. That's a big thing that's coming out. I'm seeing musical signs for Niall, like music symbols, like notes. So it tells me composition, composing. Okay, what else do you for Niall? And of course, more golf. Of course, Liam's like, that's all that man does is eat, sleep, golf, and be with Amelia. Eat, sleep, golf, and be with Amelia. And I'm seeing a house for Niall. Like I said, I have a feeling, I was saying in my last reading, which you all have fallen asleep on that. Go watch the Niall Horn reading. Y'all haven't really been paying attention. Watch that reading. Make comments, please. Niall's going to be purchasing a new home, I think, or moving in with the girlfriend, or if he's not moved in with her already, they're going to be engaged soon, I think. I'm hearing happy home, happy life for Niall. Liam's telling me that. Happy home, happy life. Okay, now Louis. He goes, Louis. All right. He showed me a heartbreak symbol. I'm hearing broken glass. Okay, let's see. What else do you have for Louis? A change in the air, Louis. Change in the air. Change in the air. Saying good job on your album and your tour. It's going to be successful. So he's acknowledging the tour and the album. I'm seeing a tour bus. Not all is what it seems, Louis. Not all is what it seems. Experience, sisters, angels, guides. Watch your back, Louis, I'm hearing. Watch your back. I'm seeing basically also, ooh, I'm starting to get a headache. Okay. That tells me Louis needs to watch his health with his head. He's getting headaches a bit. But this also for me, for Louis, from what Liam's saying, is he's got to watch his back about somebody shady in his surroundings. He's shown me a door. He's shown me a door. Somebody trying to hide something behind this door, and they're trying to close it frantically. Closing door. Door. And they're being sneaky, I'm hearing. Sneaky. Behind closed doors, somebody's hiding something. I'm hearing it's not what it looks like. Okay. Like, I think somebody's going to be hiding something that's going to be disclosed soon. So he's saying, please watch yourself. There's, like, somebody betraying Louis. I'm hearing betrayal. Okay, Kate. Lovely Kate. So, Kate. What am I getting for Kate? I'm hearing another love letter for Kate. She's going to discover another envelope with a love letter for Kate. He showed me the little emojicon with the heart, love message, 444. I know you're probably thinking, oh, Jazz, that's so generic, of course. But he always sends 444 to her because 444 means divine protection. He always is telling her, I'm protecting you, I'm protecting you. Like I said, I kept seeing 444 and I'll put it all around me. That's my signal when Liam wants to converse with me or do a reading with me. Sorry, guys, I don't know why I said Louis, but, you know, they both got L names. Sorry. That's my mistake. It's also 12 a.m. in the morning, and I decided to channel now, so that's my little mess up here. Let's see. Kate. Feeling under the weather. The weather, I'm hearing. I love you always, I'm hearing. I'm protecting you. Okay, so that's a big one that's coming in for Kate. Take care of Nala. So Nala, Kate, take care of Nala. He goes, I love you always and forever. He's also, he's singing Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. I don't know, and he's singing it in a very comical way. He's saying, grab some wine, honey, and have some pasta. He's saying, take a you day. You've been so strong, he's saying to her. And he loves her so much. Okay, let's see for Bear and hit Cheryl. So I'm going to do Bear, Cheryl. Show me a teddy bear. And I'm hearing the John Lennon song, Beautiful Boy by John Lennon. Close your eyes, have no fear. The monster's gone. He's on the run and your daddy's here. He's singing that song because he's affirming to me that he's always here for his kid. That he's not gone away. He's still here for his child. And he's showing me a little teddy bear. Which that actually makes me really sad, actually. Hang on, I just need to lube up the pipes a little bit. Sorry, guys. He's drawing me to that. I'm hearing that song, Beautiful Boy, Beautiful Boy, Beautiful Boy. Cheryl. Cheryl's going to get a house. Or Cheryl's going to get a house of some sort. That's another thing too. I'm hearing the inheritance. She's going to inherit the house, or an old house, or a house, I'm hearing. Or something about the house. Something needs to be repaired in the house. Liam's saying to her. He's also showing me for Bear. I don't know if Bear is into space or not, or rocket ships. So he's acknowledging the boy when he's a young boy with the rocket ships and spaceships. I'm hearing To Infinity and Beyond. I don't know if he was into... Oh, Liam was into Toy Story. So he's seeing his kid also being into Toy Story. I'm hearing You Got a Friend in Me, You Got a Friend in Me. And then he showed me a basketball or some sort of like sports stuff, football. A football, you know, like for soccer, the UK football. He wants Bear to know that he loves him very deeply and he's always with him whenever he needs him. He's always there with him. That will never die. He says, I'm always here. He knows it's been hard for the kid as he gets older. Because he's showing me that sometimes Bear looks at other kids with their fathers. And that he always sees them with their dads and he almost feels kind of like hollow or hollowed or a hole inside him. And he feels like it's almost like empty or hollow, because he knows I don't have my dad. It's like, and he goes, and Cheryl, he goes, bless her, she does a really good job at filling that for him. But it's a little different. I'm hearing there's going to be a person that's going to be a father figure to Bear. But Cheryl might need to put Bear in therapy, because he's starting to understand to full capacity that his dad's no longer around, or he's going to need more of a father figure very shortly, I'm hearing. Because he's starting to cry out for his dad a bit more, especially when there's projects and stuff and different things that are going on in their lives where they're going to be involving more the fatherly roles and stuff. And bless her, Cheryl's doing a really good job. He's hearing, and he wants to thank Cheryl so far. I'm hearing pathway to the home. He wants to say thank you so much to Cheryl for taking care of our child. He definitely is very thankful and grateful that he has Cheryl, and that she is the mother, I'm hearing. Okay, Ruth and Nicola. Okay, Ruth and Nicola. I finally remembered his sister's name. He goes, there you go. You remember her name. So Ruth and Nicola. Ruth, Nicola. Nicola. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, Ruth. Nicola. Ruth. Ruth is going to be front and center. Okay, so front, center. Because there is going to be something coming out with the case that she's going to be alongside with Jeff. They're going to be the more two vocal ones. It's still Liam's drawing me, and I mean at the same time he's going to be telling me to channel Jeff and his mother Karen. Karen and Nicola, they're going to be more passive, but I'm hearing Christmas was hard for the family, because he's getting me to do the family, all four of them together, and I'm getting that they still make a plate for him, and they still put a chair there like he's going to be there. He showed me the table with the four of them sitting, because usually there's 5 people or 6 people, because he would bring whoever he's dating. But then I'm also seeing 4 dinner plates, and I'm seeing one laid out, but with food, but there's nobody there to eat it. But he showed me the dinner plates and stuff, and the family sitting there, but they always bring out a table plate for him, but he's no longer there to enjoy the food. But he's honored, and he says, I'm honored and chuffed that they would do that for me. And I'm hearing raise a glass, so they raised a toast for him during the holiday season. He acknowledges, and this is really sad, because he goes, within this channeling, why I'm getting you to do this channeling, and why I still have messages for, and this is for the family and everybody. He's saying, time stands still, and he also is drawing me to a clock, because he's acknowledging, I stay still within my age, and everybody moves forward. And he says, I acknowledge how much people have progressed through this grief process, and he's very patient with all, and he says, thank you so much for keeping my memory alive. And that's including the fans, my family, and my friends, he's saying. He's also acknowledging too that, like he says, I stay still, but everybody's moving forward. So it's not like he wants people to forget about him, because he goes, he understands that that's inevitable, that everyone eventually is going to move forward, not to forget about me, because life goes on regardless if I'm here or not. Everything will always seem to go on, he's saying. So that's going to be a big prevalent thing, you know, and he acknowledges that, and he knows some people are still very wounded and sad about that. And, you know, he says, yes, his family did have a moment where they did cry and acknowledge him because of his passing. That's the big thing that's coming out. And he says, you guys are going to find an answer about the watch, he's saying. The watch is going to be recovered very shortly. He's saying, whomever has the watch, it's going to be recovered. I'm leaning towards half and half. It's either an evidence, or someone's going to return it back to the proper authorities, or they could give the watch back to its rightful owner, I'm hearing. And like I said, that watch is going to have the important time of when he has passed. So that's, like I said, that watch is still, that's what I'm getting from him. He says, that watch holds the key to all the answers. When they find it, the watch is going to be very prevalent. So that's going to be prevalent here too. So, but he just said we'll do that in the tarot reading or the reading. Again, he's just, and I'm hearing tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and that is the clock. Tick tock, tick tock. A mouse went down the clock or something. It's an old nursery rhyme. So he's showing me a mouse. There's somebody in the case that is going to behave like a mouse, and that tells me a rat with cheese, a mouse or a rat with cheese. So someone's going to come out and do something that's going to expose them out for being like a rat with cheese. He showed me a mouse, like an old board game, like the mouse with cheese. I think it's called Mousetrap. He's showing me Mousetrap, the game Mousetrap, and that's an old Hasbro game for, again, because I'm almost 36, so you guys are like, oh, she's old. So for those who don't know, Mousetrap is an old game that people used to play back in the 90s or 80s or late 80s, early 90s. And the whole point of the game is you don't want the mouse to go into the trap of this board game. And that can be very prevalent here. So that's going to be very important. Mousetrap. So that tells me there's going to be something in the case that they're almost like setting up somebody to be trapped, or I don't know if Liam was trapped or setting up to be trapped, or somebody's going to be caught in a trap and they're not going to be able to get out of it. That's one thing I get here. So that's going to be very prevalent here. Sorry, so back to the parents. I know I said I was channeling the parents, but again, like I said, Jeff's going to be a big key to this investigation because he's going to keep it alive, and Ruth too, but the father and Ruth are going to be more vocalized about things, whereas Nicoletta and the mother are going to be more quiet and distant from it. Not that they don't care. I think for Nicoletta, it's hard for her still to come to terms with it. His mother's just still beside herself with grief. You know, she still is like, my baby boy. I'm hearing my baby boy or my boy. And Jeff, sometimes I'm hearing he has trouble with sleeping. I'm seeing him sit at the edge of the bed, you know, still with his hands in his head, and he's in his boxers and t-shirt. But I'm hearing like it's just still rough on them. Still rough on them all. That's the big thing I'm getting, and especially during holiday season. And every time, it's like they're also saying every time they see Bear, it reminds them so much of Liam when he's a small child. It's almost becoming unbearable, but they have to still, they try to push their feelings aside to keep, you know, calm and sane for Bear's sake, but they still acknowledge and they see so much of Liam and Bear. That's a big one that's coming out. Like certain facial movements, certain things that he does, he's just like his father, I'm hearing. That's really sad. Liam's just like, I hope you all don't forget about me. And I know we're not going to forget about you, Liam. That's the one thing I've tried to reassure him. Please don't forget about me, I'm hearing. Please don't forget about me. He's going very sentimental with this reading. I've noticed that. You know, he's also remembering back the days of the One Direction boys, and he goes, "You all have grown up so much." Like he goes, "I know it's only been almost like past a year, but you've all have developed so much." And he's just impressed of, like, I guess what he's comprehending as a spirit, because they have no time over in the spirit world, so everything is so differently translated with time and experiences. Like, I'm getting with him, like, he's so impressed of how much things have progressed, and it's only been a short window span of a year and a half almost, but he's like really impressed and like of how much they've done so much work and developed and stuff, and you know, people and what they've been doing and experiencing. It goes, y'all are in for a wild ride 2026. And he's not meaning it in a bad way. He goes, there's going to be a lot of changes. And especially with the four lads, he's referring to his bandmates. You know, Louis going to go through sudden change. Harry's going to go through a big change too, musically. And Niall's going to go through a different change. And And Zayn's going to go through a bigger change, but they're all going to change, all 4 of them, he's saying. And he's showing me 4 different directions. They're all going to go 4 different directions. And he goes, I know you guys are wanting a reunion, but right now they have to do this side quest before they're okay with it. And they're going to all do 4 different directional things. They're all going to have peaks this year of doing things, but for different reasons. He goes, that's the whole thing there. He's acknowledging that they are going to, all 4 of them, go through changes, but they're all going to do it for different reasons and different ways. And they're all going to learn big lessons this year. So, I mean, again, this is going to be a big prominent year. And yes, I did the reading on the 4 other lads. I don't know why I said 3, 4 other lads. So that, again, if you want to watch those are fine. I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I did readings on them. So anything else, Liam? Because I'm channeling a lot today. Oopsie. Let's see. I'm hearing High Court. Okay. So, okay, you want to channel about your case? I'm hearing Supreme Judge, High Court. High Court. Supreme Judge. Supreme Judge. I'm hearing stay tuned. Stay tuned. Incoming message. Incoming messages. So I think what's going to happen with that, from what I'm channeling, is there's going to be something with the High Court or High Supreme Court, and I think they're going to, I'm hearing the electronics, and there's going to be something that's going to come out through an incoming message or incoming message, and I'm sensing the email. Check the emails. That's going to be big. The Supreme Court judge. Okay, what is for the Supreme Court judge? What's going to happen here? Ancestors, angels, guides. Liam, you said Supreme Court, High Court, Supreme Court. Let me see here. Something about the rights to publishing. Okay, I'm hearing rights to publishing. I don't know what that has to do with the case, but I'm hearing rights to publishing. That's a big one that's coming out here. I'm hearing rights to publishing. So I don't know if that's pertaining to the case or something that's going to be released out. I'm hearing rights to publishing. That's going to be a big one. Highlander. A high state. A high state. I'm going to have to turn the new page. Sorry, guys. I have to turn my page because, unfortunately, I ran out of room. So I'm going to have to put his name up here again. Payne. I'm hearing March. So March. You know, instead of doing the 4 seasons, perhaps, maybe I should do it just this way. Or I'll do a quick tarot reading for short tarot reading, perhaps. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to mull over things. I'm hearing March. Something's going to happen in March. I'm hearing March. And May. May is going to be a big one. March and May. Between March and May, because I heard March, April, May. March, April, May. So April. So if Liam's telling me March, April, May, that tells me these 3 time periods are going to be very prominent. March, April, May. Or I'm hearing like there's going to be breaking news. I'm hearing breaking news. Okay, breaking news. So March, April, May. And then he says, by my birthday, August. I'm hearing August. Okay, March, April, May. There's going to be breaking news or breakthrough in the case, And I'm heard specifically first March. So March, breakthrough, or breaking news, I should say, and I heard breakthrough. So there's going to be breakthrough in March. April, investigational. And then May, the breaking news will drop, or the breaking news will be advertised, or I'm not hearing advertised, but so you know, I'm starting to forget things because I'm channeling. Like, it will be put out to the media, breaking news media. Okay, media. So March, there's going to be a breakthrough. So they're going to find something, evidence breakthrough, evidence. April, investigational evidence. And then breaking news for May. I'm seeing chess pieces. Now, I don't know what the significance to the chess pieces. I'm seeing pawns, like pawns to chess piece. So I'm seeing a pawn. So a pawn chess piece. There could be significance to that, or maybe someone's trying to pawn something off. Pawn something. Okay, so pawning something, or pawn, or owned, or trying to pawn something off, or pawn away something. Pawnatelli. Pawnatelli could be another name for Peter. Or Pondali, sorry, Pondali, not Pawnatelli. Pondali. And Pondali is also a saint for health and stuff. Okay, Pondali. What else am I getting here? So, rapid case, rapid. So, the reason why Liam said March, April, May in succession, it's going to go rapidly between these 3 peak months. And that's like, you know, March, April, May. That's spring almost preceding summer, but spring. So spring into action, spring into action. Okay, springtime. So springtime's going to be pretty prevalent here, spring. And then I'm hearing after spring, it's going to go, I don't want to say cold or dead. There's not going to be very much information. Or is it spring? At the bottom of my deck here, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. Okay, let's see here. Let's do a quick tarot reading. I mean, or I'll tell you guys what. I will do, I'm going to do a short reading for spring, summer, fall, and winter, but I'm going to start with winter, but I will be doing that. Liam wants me to do tarot for the case and stuff. That's what I'm getting here. So I do hope you do like this channel message, and I'm going to try to do for the tarot reading and see what comes up there, because Liam wants me to also do tarot. So thank you very much. I will see you in the next segment. Bye for now. Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So this is going to be the winter section for the Liam Payne case, or anything that's going to be coming up with Liam. So again, if you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com, and we can discuss payment arrangements. So let's see what we come up with this. So this could be anything about his case or whatever messages are coming up through the tarot cards. So Spirit told me to use the Kipper deck. False person's going to be exposed out, bottom of the deck. So I'm going to pull this out, false person. Now, before people start on me, I don't think it's Kate that's the false person. There's going to be people implemented in Liam Payne's case. That's what this is meaning here, and this is what Spirit's saying. So Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's being exposed for Liam's winter 2026 to winter is December 22nd to March 20th. And you're probably thinking, well, Jazz, he's dead. Why are you still implementing time since he's spirit? Again, if I have to split up for spring, summer, fall, and winter, this is how I'm doing it. So let's see what's going to come up here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Whoa, that literally flew right out the deck. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I lost the card. No. Let me see where this card went. Feisty little card. Went under the table. Sorry, guys. Privileged Lady in reverse. Okay, so Privileged Lady flew out. No. I think this is going to be about the staff, the Privileged Lady. It's not about Kate. It's not about Cheryl. So before y'all get on my ass for that one. I think this is to do with... I'm hearing the hotel, the Castor Hotel. I'm hearing they're taking another look at the staff. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yeah, but they're lacking concern about it. They need to be more urgent with concern. The staff are not concerned. They're thinking that this is going to get swept under the rug, I'm hearing. Or they're thinking that people are driving home to the fact that they think people are not as concerned with Liam's case anymore. That's a big thing that's coming out. That's a big thing that's coming out here. And Liam's kind of concerned that nobody's concerned about his case anymore. Or maybe the family is also concerned that nobody's drawing attention anymore to Liam's case. That they're also concerned that this is going to be swept under the rug and no one's going to be paying attention to it anymore. That's the big thing I'm getting here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming up here for Liam's 2026 winter? 2026 winter. Wealthy man. Again, pertaining to wealthy man. And Liam was the wealthy man that ended up having that accident. And I say accident right now, people, because again, until it comes out in the case if he's murdered or something like that, I'm going to say accident. Because again, I don't want to make up a false allegation or anything like that. I'm trying not to here. I know you're probably thinking, well, Jazz, you're a tarot reader. You know, how much of your accusational stuff is true? Whatever I see in my cards is what my cards are giving me. Until we know otherwise, then that it is what it is, right? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Wealthy man. So this is pertaining to Liam. Marriage. Child. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, let's see what I get here from the Kipper deck. Last card. A message. Again, I don't know if they have or haven't, guys. I'm still pointing to the electronics about Liam's case here because I don't understand why nobody has checked those electronics. And again, I know people are like the watches, and that is considered an electronic because it's a watch, right? I don't understand why they've not checked his messages. They're going over. There's going to be a message sent to prosecutors and attorneys and stuff like that. I'm hearing high court, people in high court. There is going to be an important message here that's going to be received in the wintertime. Now, it could be anything from December to March. And there's a dog barking next to me in my neighbor's house. So that tells me right there, spiritually, that's going to be an urgent message coming. And I did say within the child message, March, April, May. So because winter and spring fall on early March, you know, turning to spring, that kind of correlates with what I was getting in the child messages. Okay, so what we have here is false person. So people that were responsible, I'm hearing, for giving drugs to Liam, they're about to be called out or caught, or they're about to be further investigated. That's a big thing that's coming out here. Privileged lady in reverse. Now, one of them could be a female that could be investigated here that gave him the drugs, or I'm hearing that works at the Castor Hotel. And for the life of me, guys, and please don't give me shit, I don't know these people's names because Spanish is not my first language. I may put the names here if I find out who's of who, but if not, then sorry. You know, my Espanol is not good. No comprehende. And I'm sorry, I probably butchered that too. So people who speak Spanish, please don't come for my throat. That is not my first language. I understand a little bit. I'm more fluent in French, but again, not my expertise, right? Don't shoot the messenger, you know? And the lacking of concern, I think this is what I'm getting from this card intuitively, is the family are concerned that people are not as concerned with Liam's case anymore. I know the fans are, but I'm talking about the law officials, prosecutors, lawyers, higher court, judges. They're wondering if this is going to be swept under the rug again. And then pertaining to a wealthy man or because of a wealthy man. So whether that be about this is Liam himself being the wealthy man, or somebody's going to be trying to buy off judges, I'm hearing, to not let the truth come out. That's a big thing that's coming out here. But there is going to be an important message received, something out to the public by, I'm hearing, March, ending of winter, early spring. So remember how I said March, April, May? So there is going to be an important message that's received. I'm hearing evidence, messages. So that's what I'm getting here for winter. Let's go to, which deck here? Yes, sorry, what is this deck called again? Late Sears Tarot deck. Sorry, I had to look over at the box over here. So far there's been no growth or progression on this case. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. People are very, very concerned, but on the Stars case. Spirit told me to turn to the bottom of the deck. So what does this two mean? Lack of growth and progression with the Seven of Pentacles on a Stars case. Now, what that means, the star meaning Liam, but people are still hoping, even though there hasn't been much progress yet, that things are going to turn up here. And again, the star shines, so the center of attention, right? And I'm not meaning that Liam wants to be the center of attention here, but people are hoping that you know, even though there's been not much growth or progression or not so much chatter anymore, that there's still going to be something coming to light here with the star card here. So again, we want Liam front and center. We want to get to the bottom of what the heck has happened. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening here for Liam's winter in 2026? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Oh, Emperor, pertaining to the father, the Emperor. So the wealthy man or the Emperor. So someone here has to take charge. That's a big thing that's coming out here. Somebody, now whether that be the court officials or the father, is going to be leading the command here. Now, because Liam's passed away, and yes, Liam would be an emperor because he is a father, but I'm also seeing Jeff stepping in and pushing this along from no chatter to nothing to let's get this going, get this going. Or if it's not Jeff, the emperor can also represent somebody in charge, a leader, whether that be an investigator, officials, somebody that's in charge, because the Emperor represents a leader, and it could be Aries. And again, it's pointing towards March 20th, which is the starting of Aries season, even though that would be winter. Pisces ends around March 20th. So it's that, you know, that kind of phasing between Pisces and Aries. We could see something also in Aquarius season, side note, because the star card is an Aquarius card. Ooh, the tea is hot on this one. Got a nice English breakfast tea. Okay, so the Emperor. So somebody in leadership has to take charge of this case. And again, there's a chess piece here. Spirit is also drawing me to the chess piece. And yes, there is a ram, a skull bones of a ram, which means to ram forward, you know, to ram it forward, ram something forward. But there's also a chess piece. Someone's got to be strategic. In order for the information to come out about Liam's case, or if there's been new evidence, someone's going to have to move very strategically here and not possessed by emotions, but strategic. Or somebody has to do a strategic maneuver. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming out here for Liam's winter pertaining to his case or anything to do with his life? But let's start off with the case. Strength card in reverse. Cowardness, insecurity. So strength card in reverse represents somebody that's insecure, cowardly, or somebody stroking their own ego in some senses. So somebody, a male, knows more than what he's saying here, a male in position of power, but they're being cowardly, not stating the truth here. Somebody that is in position of power is kind of being a coward about something. I'm not calling Jeff a coward before people come at me. If it's not Jeff that I'm picking up here, it's somebody in position of power that is not saying what they need to be said here. Now, again, Now, if someone could be in fear of saying something here with the Strength card in reverse, or somebody could be abusing their position of power here, or somebody here doesn't want to get involved. And I notice here the lamb and the lion, you know, the lamb represents purity, but also represents, I think it comes from the Bible, to be as pure, or as something about the lamb being pure. And again, that's pointing towards spring. Yes, you're probably thinking, well, Jazz, you're in the winter section of this. Well, heck, like I said, March 20th. So we're going to have to carry on with that one. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. But all I know is somebody is kind of scared to step up in position. This also could represent somebody is scared to step into that leadership position role, or they're insecure about the leadership position role, or how they're pertaining to this case. Can I take charge of this case, I'm hearing? You know, because somebody is a little bit on the insecure side. Now, if this is somebody with a bit of an ego issue, because sometimes Emperor in the upright is usually a good person in position of power that's self-assured. So for the Emperor and the Strength card in reverse to come out together is a little on the contradictory side, because this talks about, yes, I'm assured in my power, but then beside it, it's like, I don't know, I'm insecure. So let's see, let's ask further. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Ace of Cups. Okay, so Ace of Cups, self-love. Okay, if this is Liam that they're talking about personally, they're going to say that Liam, yes, was in a position of authority, but he was also a very insecure person that was full of love. And yes, they're going to try to sell it off that way, or they say that Liam had his own struggles, his own problems, and yes, Strength card in reverse can represent struggles or holding back. Because Strength card is usually somebody holding their ground. They're going to also paint Liam as someone that couldn't control himself or had lack of control, which is going to come up here. That's going to be the big one I'm hearing with arguing this case. Who was really at fault here? Was this all Liam's fault, or was this other people up in his ear and making him feel like this to do stuff like that, the drugs and stuff? And the Ace of Cups, there's going to be people on his side going, he was more than just his addiction. And yes, alcohol. Alcohol is going to be a big factor here. Ace of Cups here, alcohol, the cups. Liam, Freudian slip. Again, Spirit is pointing to the cup overflowing of alcohol. That's going to be a big one. I'm hearing there's going to be results of the toxicology soon. We're going to be knowing what was in his system. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Anything else for winter that we need to know about here? Ace of Wands, the spark. The spark that initiated everything. So after a period of, and it's going to be under the Seven of Pentacles, of time of rest and not anything coming into calculation or anything coming into fruition, we're going to have something that's going to spark it forward. By the ending of winter, I'm hearing there's going to be stuff that's going to be found that's going to spark this forward. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Somebody that's trying to avoid this to be sparked forward. People are trying to, oh my God, okay, this is fucked up. Excuse my French. S'il vous plaît. Someone is trying to avoid this coming into light, whatever this is, the Star card, about the star's death. So the Tower card has already happened. Things have crumbled down, but it's also talking about avoiding. But what's the role of the Tower card is, the more you try to avoid something, the worse the Tower is going to be. So someone's trying to avoid something coming to light here with the Star card here. And what is this exactly? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Because I'm hearing right now they're all kind of investigating and they're all kind of coming to a conclusion. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Somebody's trying to get away from something, or there's something that is, we're drawing closer to the conclusion here. So Six of Wands, again, somebody in position of power could be a little bit anxious here. Now, whether that would be the boss at the Cassis or hotel too, somebody's anxious for something to come out. Somebody's feeling restless and anxious. Six of Swords in the upright is somebody trying to get away from something. This is something where someone is not going to be able to get away with something. That is coming out very closely here. That is going to mess the process up, I'm hearing. Somebody is going to come out with something that's going to blow this case wide open. I'm hearing you can't run and hide from this. Now, again, I think that's pertaining to who gave him the drugs. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Four of Cups, that's going to lead somebody very unhappy. An insecure person is not going to be happy about this. A coward is not going to be happy that they're about to come forward, or someone is about to come forward with more information, or evidence is going to bust it right open. Somebody is not going to be happy about this. Now, whatever the fans and the public, how it's going to be received by the public, also is going to make you guys unhappy of what's happened here. With the Four of Cups here, I hate to say this to you guys, sorry. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Hermit card, but it's going to cause something to come out in the open with the Hermit in reverse. And this is, I think this is to do with the alcohol, the drugs, but it's also to do with the love that the people still have to keep this alive is what's going to make the information come out. Okay, final card, because we got to do 3 other ones. So I'm going to try and make these short and proficient as I can, because I got 4 of these, and then I got to make sure I got storage space for you guys to make this film for you. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Temperance, this is going to put things into balance. So whatever is coming out, or whatever is going to be coming out, literally the Hermit card in reverse is coming out. Make sure, hopefully these people have awareness, but the awareness and the attention, this information that's going to come out, because they found the knowledge. Now, by the end of winter, someone's going to find out something. It's not going to make the public or people happy, or it may not even make people around Liam happy, but it's going to throw things into balance. And again, and it's going to be revealed that he needed healing, that he needed something, and it is going to be a message that's going to be coming out. And I'm strongly saying here, someone needs to figure out what's on those computers, messages, things, and electronics, because those are going to hold the keys to a lot. Okay, so that's the winter section. So follow me next to the spring section, and I shall see you there. Welcome to the spring section of Liam Payne's channeled reading to do with the tarot. So this is going to be for spring. Okay, so springtime, that will be March 20th to June 22nd. So here you go, guys. So let's see what's coming up here for springtime. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Now, remember when I did the channeling, it said March, April, May. So this would technically be still in spring. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. There's probably something coming out for the springtime here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming out for spring? Liam, spring 2026. 2026. Main male. Okay, so there is information about the main male coming out. So this would be Liam, because again, he was the wealthy man and the main man. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Bad health. They're going to talk about his health issues. Again, bad health or bad choices. Bad health. Okay. They're going to say how fit was Liam. And I don't mean pretty. I know fit in England means pretty, but like how well was he? This is going to be coming out. So main male. They're going to talk about his health issues. They're going to talk about, again, he did have psychiatric meds for his mental health, right? That's going to be coming out in the spring. They're going to be on point with the interactions. Yes, they're going to talk about his death in the spring. So there's going to be information in the spring about his death with coffin. They're going to have the autopsy report come out in the spring. Okay, coffin, journey. And they're going to talk about his journey, why he was in the Casa Sur Hotel and what brought him to Argentina. They're going to actually review that too. What caused the journey, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, the journey that led to his passing, or his final journey. I'm hearing the final journey. They're going to I'm hearing in the spring, they're going to re-look at everything, and they're going to pick and nitpick at everything. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. More about Liam's passing in the spring of 2026, or they're going to talk about what's going to happen in the case 2026. Hang on, sorry. Okay, 2026. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming out 2026? 2026. Occupation. So they're going to talk about his work, his job, his occupation. They're going to talk about what was really going on behind the scenes of where he was at his career. They're going to talk about who was surrounded for him for his career. And possibly about, and again, I'm not saying the release of LP2, but they're going to be talking about like his estates and stuff like that. What's going to happen to that? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, another one just flew out. Change. There is going to be some change and movement in this case. And you saw that flew right out, guys. And that's usually a sign right there. There's going to be change and momentum in the spring coming. So if we're wondering why there's been no progression right now, it seems kind of dormant. It's going to be a big change in the spring. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Main, female. Okay. Courtship. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay. They're going to talk about how somebody, this card's called the High Honor card. This is in reverse. I have a feeling something is going to come about of who he was surrounded with. No, before you get on me, it's not Kate. Somebody else in his path that was supposed to be in high honor to take care of him didn't do his job. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay. Unexpected income, money. Okay, so whatever they're going to find in the emails about unexpected income or money. Now, again, I think he was there to also see Niall Horan, but I think Liam was also there for other business purposes that we're not even aware of, that Roger or somebody else could have been trying to liaison him or set him up with. That's a big thing I was getting here. Spirit's giving me gas. That's confirmation, sudden wealth, expectations. It didn't go as planned, though. Something there for money, or for Liam, if there was anything to do with money, something did not go as planned financially. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Is this going to go to court adjudication at all? Spirit, is this going to be discussed in court with the adjudication card? Poverty. Not at the moment. Okay, so I have this feeling that something is, if it goes to court, something is being exposed out here. Seven of Swords in reverse. Something is going to be exposed out here. My cards keep knocking each other. Seven of Swords exposed. So something is going to be exposed out here. Now, again, if we're going to be picking up the case in March, April, and May, which would be spring, and June, this tells me there's going to be something exposed out in the spring that's going to blow the case wide open. And what is this exposure here? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What is exposure here? What's going to be exposed out here? Something to do with money. That's a big one here. Something to do with whether it's to do with his record label or something with money. Blessings, money. Why was he really there in Argentina? Not, and again, we all know it was for the Niall Horan thing, and it's nothing to do with Kate. So before you get on my ass, disclaimer, nothing is going to be about Kate in this one. She had her reasons. She had influencer stuff to do. She had her obligations. Yeah, why there's been no progression forward or why something was halted. I think this is when they do look at the emails, which I think they're going to be going through a fine-tooth comb through the emails. Something's going to be exposed out that there was obstructions or stopping of a financial thing for Liam. Or if it's to do with his record company or record label to do with releasing out his album, it's going to be explained why the process was halted or why there's been such halts in this investigational stuff. Or who paid what out. If there's been anything to do with drugs or money here, something has been halted or obstructed with the Chariot in reversed. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And this is to do with like where he was staying at, the hotel. Four of Wands here. Stability, the home. But even though, yes, Liam was not at his home, but this is talking about where he was staying at. Four of Wands here. The halt process of where he was staying and the proper investigation, I'm hearing. Four of Wands. I'm hearing some of this could be conducted in England. They're going to be
bouncing back between the countries of Argentina and England. So I guess the information is going to be received probably back home where he's from. So they're bouncing between, I'm hearing Argentina and England, bouncing back between the two countries. And this is going to be brought to attention for his family. So the information is going to be received towards the family, or I'm hearing the family's going to have to be brought in with the Ten of Pentacles here. And during this reading, my eyes want to go all funny and flippant. And I just got brand new contact lenses. Yes, my eyesight's gotten a little worse. I'm at a 9, not a 7 anymore, but my eyes are just not focusing. That tells me something is not focused still about this case. And I'm starting to get a little bit of headaches, like tensions right around the eyes. It's like someone's trying to do this to my eyes so I don't see something, which they're going to stop, which I'm going to be putting some floor water. Sorry, guys, I just got to put on some floor water because you are not, whoever is trying to make sure I don't see something in this case, you're not prohibiting me from not seeing this. Florida water, it's supposed to be for clearing and cleansing, guys. Sorry about that. I just have to put some on me because that's not cool. Not cool. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, so the home life and the family. They're going to be investigating the home life, the family, or people, the close circle around Liam. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's going on for spring 2026? Spring 2026. It's going to talk about why they sacked him from his recording label. And in the email, it's going to be explaining about why he was sacked. The exposure of who sacked him and for what reasons and why. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. I'm hearing the song Teardrops on the right side of my ear. Again, in another deck, Strength card in reverse. Insecure about money, insecure about finances, the insecurities, the holding back of money and funds too. They're going to be talking about that. They're going to be talking about who had the money, who owned the money, who had possession of Liam's money. They're going to be talking about that lack of leadership, lack of control. They're going to be instating of he wasn't fully in control of anything to do with his finances. I'm having a feeling it's Roger or someone who was looking after him was not looking after his money properly. That needs to be investigated. Yep, somebody in a position of authority or power. An obstruction or loss, the Hierophant. The obstruction of a position of power here, the Hierophant. Or somebody that he was trying to get to give him wise counsel and decision. There was an obstruction for Liam to have somebody to announce, or I'm hearing, or seek wise counsel here. And this was obstructed with the Chariot card in reverse, Hierophant in the upright. Or his plans to marry Kate was obstructed. Or like I'm hearing emotional loss. Yes. So there was tension in the home. And I'm not saying it's to do with Kate, but they're going to say how this caused Liam a sense of grief and discomfort in the hotel room, how this could have triggered him off with his mental health, with the Nine of Swords in the upright, or this is what caused him to go batshit in the hotel room downstairs, I'm hearing. So we're going to get more insight to what made him snap downstairs and what caused him to go back and forth, and why they dragged him back and forth. I'm hearing this is going to be the testimony of the hotel staff. And as I was looking over here, and I'm not schizophrenic or anything, I saw almost like a miniature TV, and I saw it's going to be broadcasted. So this is going to be public news and knowledge. It's going to be all over the TV. The shocking news that is going to come in of how and where the events went down and why. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Hierophant, all the secrets that are coming out. So all the hidden stuff, the hidden anxiety, the hidden fears, the hiddenness of the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords here, it's all going to come out. It's very grim, guys. It's not going to be very nice here, what is going to be coming out here. I'm going to sip my tea as I say that. All the secrets that are coming out, intuitively, the family know, too, of who's responsible. So, Ten of Pentacles here, High Priestess. The family's already intuitively knows who's responsible here. They're getting a bit of a clue and the insight, and it's somebody close to home, I'm hearing. with Four of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and High Priestess here. And yes, they're heartbroken over this, guys. Nine of Swords here. Someone is guilty. Someone feels a sense of guilt. Whoever has been involved here, and I'm hearing of what's happened to Liam, leaving him unattended, neglect. You know, High Priestess also can represent solitude, so he was left alone. So for people who are like, oh, someone pushed him off, no. He was left by himself. Because High Priestess and the Hermit card, those are my cards of solitude, introversion, solitude, alone. High Priestess is usually a card of wisdom, and same thing with the Hermit. They tend to seek out stuff by themselves. And yes, the mystery will be solved, but the High Priestess is still a very mysterious card. You know, but I sense there was introversion, and someone that was supposed to be like a wise counsel failed and obstructed. He couldn't get to this person. Somebody wise, and again, my eyes are going flipping nuts here. Somebody that he was supposed to be in wise counsel with was not there when he was needed at most. And I say he. Hierophant, right? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Final cards for springtime. Oh, Two of Wands. Which caused a decision to be made. So Two of Wands. Now, whether that meant, and this also pertains to, shall I stay or shall I go? Because Liam was not supposed to be an extended time in Argentina. He was supposed to go home. But he had to stay longer because, again, his passport, I'm hearing there was difficulties with the passport. And this denotes travel. That's going to be explored too. Because this is the card of the explorer. And notice how there's a globe there. That's going to come up to light again of what's happened and what exactly was being blocked from him to go back home. Back home to America, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Queen of Wands in reverse. Nope. And this is not Kate. I don't feel that is Kate. Again, because this is not going to be a Kate bashing reading. So if you all are interested in that, go to another reader, because I'm not doing that here. This is not Kate. This is a female staff, I'm hearing, made the decision here to put Liam back upstairs. And again, I don't know the lady's name, but there's going to be a couple males and a couple females that are going to be investigating this case. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Two queens. Now, again, when I say two queens here, here's what I'm going to say. Remember how I told you guys about, and they were the ones that caused the injustice. Okay. Sorry, now I'm getting ahead of myself here. So give me 1 second here, guys. Now, energy is energy. So whoever made the decision to put Liam back upstairs, or whoever gave him the drugs, yes, there's two queens energy here, females. And I know you're probably like, what about the prostitutes and stuff? No. Sometimes you can read energy that some masculine energies could be presenting as females on the cards, the tarot cards. But they're actually masculine energy. I don't read gender, I read energy. So there's two people involved. Two people here. Now, whether that be males or females, I'm just simply reading the energy. One's more strategic. One's going to come out with the truth, which will be the Queen of Swords that will be telling the truth of what happened. And one's going to be very fiery, hot-headed, and temperamental that probably made the decision here. One works more on impulse. The other one is more strategic, logical. And yes, they do tell the truth. Unfortunately, if it's in the upright, if it was in reverse, I'd say no. But this person is going to be coming out with the truth and very well spoken, almost businesslike. Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Wands in reverse is someone hot-headed, temperamental. Again, this would be somebody more of, and I'm getting a fire and an air sign here. So, and this is the two people that caused the injustice. So that would probably be the two people that sold him the drugs, caused the injustice. Two people so far have been acquitted, not to go to jail, so that they've dismissed the charges for Roger. Now, if this is Roger, yes, there has been an injustice because they've dismissed the charges. And same thing with someone else. And I'm not good at Spanish names, so I'll just put the names here. But there's two people here that have caused the injustice, or they're going to be zeroing in more on two people in the springtime that could be responsible for putting Liam in this predicament. I'm hearing with the drugs, but it's been a slow process with the Knight of Pentacles here. And again, it's been a very slow process. Again, that may have caused him to be in the position where he is. Last cards for the springtime, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Emperor again, people in charge. So again, it's going to be looked at as the people in charge, and I hope they don't sleep on this with the Four of Swords here. Somebody in a position of authority is going to be resurfacing and looking at this with a fine-tooth comb here. That's going to be probably the judge or somebody in charge here that's going to be re-examining this. So that's what I get for spring, and this is going to put, and they're going to come to conclusion of what caused the ending with the Ten of Swords here, sorry, and it's going to be a victory. They're going to successfully do this with the Six of Wands, and then yes, all the secrets and fears are going to come out with the Moon card. So it's going to have to be a position of authority here that's going to have to come to this conclusion. So this is going to be the springtime one. So go to the next section in the summertime. All right. Hello, so this is the summer section for Liam Payne to do with his case and or anything coming up here. So summertime, this is going to be between June 22nd to September 22nd for spring proceeding into fall. So this one's the summer section of this reading. So let's see what's coming out here. Liam said to use the Kipper deck. Summertime, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Summertime for Liam Payne, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. What's going to be happening in the summertime for Liam Payne? 2026, to do with his case or anything that needs to be known or talked about, Spirit. Distance horizons. So something that is shown to be in the distance horizons is going to be coming up here. So something that's very distant or distant horizon. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Journey. Okay. So something that someone may have to travel to, or this is something that's going to be happening in Argentina. Okay. So someone's going to make another journey, whether that be his father or people or investigators. Judication. There we go. So something is going to be coming forth from the judication in the summertime. So I guess what's going to be happening is, and again, May, but this is pertaining to spring, summer. So what I'm getting here is there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in the spring that's going to come to and drawn to conclusion in the summertime. Okay, judication, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. The house. Okay, so something about the hotel. I think something legally is going to happen here with the Castor Hotel in the summertime. Okay, Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Okay, main mail. Again, it's coming up here with the main mail here. Adjudication, house, main mail. And yes, side note, something about Liam's estate is going to be brought up in the summertime. So whoever has Liam's house, something's going to happen with his house. Adjudication here for the summertime. They might have to go to court. Someone's going to have to go to court over his house, or, and this again could be due to the Castor Hotel. Something, again, they're going to be reviewing something in the summertime, or something is going to draw into the conclusion between May and summer. Something about a journey. Someone's going to have to travel to this, but this is yet to be the distant horizon. I'm hearing settling of affairs. Okay, so that's coming up. And let's see if there's anything more of these Kipper deck that's going to shed some light here. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Again, lack of concern still. This is, someone's going to be lacking concern when they deal with this aspect of things here. Spirit, Ancestors, Angels, Guides. Great fortune. Amassing of fortunes. Okay, so someone may want to sell Liam's house. Put it on the market, I'm hearing, in the summertime. Now, remember, I did say yes, majority of this reading is going to be about Liam's case. But I also leaving it open-ended too, if anything else wants to come out here. So I'm hearing someone might want to sell the house. A Liam's property or Liam's house, or who is it going to be going to? The amassed fortune, which I'm hoping they'll give it to his son. Or somebody will be, yeah, it's going to be a gift. So I think someone here is going to relinquish the property of the house, or whoever owns this house. But I'm hearing it's going to be given to Bear when he gets of age. Okay, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Mature woman. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be given to Cheryl. Mature woman here. Family room. Yeah, it's going to be kept in the family. So I'm hearing there's going to be something coming up again with Liam's will and estate in the summertime. An official person, yes. Not so much about the case. I think some of it, there is going to still be some investigations, but I think it's going to round up in the springtime, or there's going to be something coming out in the spring and then it's going to go dormant, and then something probably is going to come out in the fall. But this is pertaining, I think, more into about Liam's estate, or who's going to own what with the house and stuff. I'm hearing, especially the house. That's going to be coming up here. Devil card, releasing of toxic energy and things, or releasing of material things. Now, side note, not saying that anybody around Liam was toxic or anything, or not saying that, you know, he's toxic himself, but the Devil card also represents material items. So in this unique case for once, relinquishing of material items because Liam's passed on. Material things, the Devil card represents greed and material items in the upright, but breaking away from toxic habits, people, things, and yes, material items, material things, greediness, possessiveness. Someone's got to release their greed in order for this to happen. I'm hearing with the house. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening for Liam Payne's summer? What's happening to Liam Payne's summer 2026? 6. Hangman reverse. There's going to be an epiphany on somebody releasing out something that's not greedy. They're going to be releasing out something toxic. Again, I'm going to have to refill my glass. There's going to be epiphany here of somebody releasing a material item. Now, I don't know if that's going to be releasing something at the record company. Now, side note, this could be LT2, or sorry, not LT, sorry, LP2. I'm sorry, Liam and Louis have similar names. I'm so used to saying LT3 this year, or last year, that I'm word salad, word vomit. I am so sorry, guys. I haven't had dinner yet, so excuse my French. There might be something that's going to be released here for LP3, or LP2, I should say, or something to do with Liam's estate, something with a material item that's going to be gifted to somebody, or something that's going to be in someone's possession that they're going to actually, I'm hearing, work on it. So I'm wondering if this is to do with the house or LP2. Something that was left in Liam's estate. Now they're starting to deal with the practical matters. That's what I'm getting here. And something that someone's been searching for something for a long time here with the Hermit card here. Someone that is on search for something here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Something here that's going to be wise. An epiphany of wisdom is going to be bestowed on somebody with the Hermit card and the Hangman in reverse. Somebody that knows an answer to something is going to be seeked out here with the Hermit card and the Hangman during the summer season. There's going to be an epiphany or a confession, I'm hearing. That's going to bring light to something here. Something that's going to be relinquished through greed, or letting go of something that was toxic or greedy, which is the Devil card here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening here for Liam Payne's summer 2026, or pertaining to his court case, or anything that my viewers need to know here? Temperance, something that's going to bring balance and ease, and that's echoing on from the springtime. Something that's going to be balancing out, something that's going to bring ease and healing. That's what I'm getting here with the temperance in the upright. Something that's going to put things into balance. That's going to put something balanced. I'm hearing put it to bed, put it to bed. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, temperance. Okay. Something that's going to make something move along. So something that's going to move along very quickly here. something that's going to be seeked out, and we're going to finally get an epiphany or an answer, and it's going to move things along, I'm hearing, with this case and or to do with his estate, or something is going to be brought to light, out into light of what's really happened here. And something that's not equally giving and taking, though, with money. Now, if this is distribution or finances, someone's going to feel like the distribution here is unfair of how it's being divvied up here. And this is going to happen very quickly, and someone's going to scream foul that something is not fair. With the 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles in reverse here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Someone owes something to money. Somebody's going to be quickly, they're going to be quickly saying, you owe something. Or someone's going to has to quickly pay something out, and they're going to think it's not fair here, to do with Liam Payne here. King of Cups. So King of Cups energy is going to have to relinquish something material, and it's going to have to pay out somebody, and they're going to think it's not fair. King of Cups could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and it's going to make, then something is going to be completed. So if this is the record company for LP2, someone's going to have to pay out money to release, I'm hearing, the demo tapes of the album, and they're going to think it's not fair that they're going to have to do this. Somebody that actually has a good heart, that it actually cares about this, and they're kind of pissed off that they're going to have to pay out money here to get something that belongs to Liam's estate, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And this is going to be done behind the scenes. It's not going to be much press coverage here with the someone's going to try to keep this as quiet as I can, as they can, quiet as I can, I wanted to say. Again, someone's going to be keeping something hidden and quiet, because I'm hearing as quiet as I can. So someone's going to be trying to do this hidden. So with the Hermit card and the High Priestess card, again, this screams introvertedly, or someone's going to be doing this very quietly without even us knowing, us fans and stuff. Because again, Hermit card and the High Priestess are the very, very quiet cards. Something's going to be completed behind the scenes without even us knowing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Someone's going to have to pay out something. Now, if it's to do with the case, someone's going to have to pay out money here, and they're going to think this isn't fair to acquire different information or things. If they're going to want more information, someone's going to have to pay somebody to get the information out. Or someone in the opposite addendum could be trying to pay somebody off to not get certain information put out in public, or they're going to try to do this quietly. And as I'm saying that, my left foot is itching. That is a warning. Something is going to go into someone's favor here. The Temperance card, something is going to be brought to balance, and something is faded here, and it's going to go in someone's favor. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Again, Ace of Cups in reverse. What is this Ace of Cups in reverse? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What is this Ace of Cups in reverse? Again, somebody's going to be very butthurt over this process. Ace of Cups in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. This is going to wound somebody. Emotional woundings here. Whatever is coming out for the summertime, whether this is to be Liam Payne's case, or if this is his demo tapes to L2, LP2, this is going to hurt somebody in process of how they're going to get their hands on this. And this is going to emotionally hurt somebody, or whatever it is on the album. You're going to, when the fans do finally hear this, if this is coming out, if this is what I think it is, either to do with the house or Liam Payne's estate money, I'm hearing, or to do with the LP2. This is, whatever this is, this gift, this information that someone's going to try to keep beneath the surface, it's going to show Liam how much in pain he was. Emotional pain. No pun intended, because I know his last name is Payne, but this is going to surface, something is going to surface that was kept hidden of how much this person was suffering. And I'm not saying people didn't help him, but it's going to show how wounded he is. I don't know if this is going to be a documentary behind the scenes, like behind the scenes of making LP2, or if this is going to be something that's going to be brought up. And again, we also know that Zane and Louis are going to be doing a documentary road trip documentary, if something's going to come out through their documentary about how much Liam suffered behind the surface. Something is going to come out in the summertime that's going to leave people going, oh, I didn't know how much he was suffering. Like, we're all going to be in shock, really. But this is more behind the scenes. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And again, this is going to be for family. This is going to be presented by the family, or this is, again, to do with the family. Something to do with the family, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And something is going to come out about the family, or something is going to be shockingly coming out here about the family. It's going to be all revealed with the moon card in reverse. This information is going to be coming out by the family. It's going to be processed by the family, or it's going to be released out to the public from the family. Again, 10 of Pentacles. So this is information that the family is going to tell. They might even do a documentary or sit down or something when all the dust settles. I'm hearing they might do that. So that's what I get for the summertime. So click here next for the fall, and I hope you guys are enjoying these readings. This is a lot, and my eyes, for some reason, someone's messing with my eyes. So let's hope we get to the fall and come to conclusions if there's any. And click onto the fall section. I shall see you there. Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So this is going to be the final section, fall, end of the year for Liam Payne's reading. Now, again, I'm trying to do this morally about his case, but if not, if anything else comes up that needs to be known, I'm going to be open to receive that too. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this reading. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's coming out for Liam Payne's fall 2026? Now, fall is September 22nd to December 22nd, and then that will be the end of the year because I did winter. So, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. I do hope you guys enjoy these readings. I know I enjoy making them. And spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening for Liam Payne's fall 2026, or the energy that's surrounding his case, or anything that's coming up about Liam Payne. Okay, so there's a thief. Okay, thief. What is this all about? And no, it's not about Kate. No, no, no. Please don't come at me about Kate. Okay, distant horizons again comes out. So thief, distant horizons. Is somebody going to be, I'm hearing Simon Cowell. Is somebody going to try to grab for something for Liam? Or say that I deserve a piece of the pie? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Courtship card wanted to come out. I hope people are not going to accuse Kate of like stealing something, because I don't think she I hope this does not lead into a battle of who gets more and what pie and what. I hope not, because that card wanted to come out. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Maymel. Okay. I hope there's no tension in the fall about this. I hope not. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Coffin. Oh boy. Occupation. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Change. Okay, change of occupation. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Fall. Official person. Okay, working together, collaboration at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Let's see what's on the other deck of the other cards. Full card. New beginnings, journeys. Okay. What is this? Okay, so there's a thief in the distant horizons that's going to be claiming stuff to do with money. And no, it's not Kate. I don't want anybody talking about Kate during all this, because leave her the hell alone. She's grieving too. But somebody is going to say something like, they're going to be like, especially with like the money. I think someone's going to be saying, hey, I deserve more of the pie here. But occupation, coffin, change in official person. 3, it's somebody going to be in the workforce that he's working with that's holding back money and earnings with the 4 of Pentacles here. Okay, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What's happening for Liam Payne's fall 2026, end of the year? Something is going to be drawn to completion. Somebody that's holding back money. It's going to be, things are going to be worked out better. I'm hearing things are going to be amassed or divvied out equally here. World card in reverse, or sorry, world card in the upright. I don't know why I said reverse. World card in the upright. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yes, somebody's going to be paying back something that was owed to them. So if this is to do again with the estate or anything, because it's all pentacle cards here, guys. 3 out of the 4 cards here. So card drawn up so far. Something is going to reach a conclusion in the fall to do with money, to do with Liam Payne. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay. Again, money. So something is going to be drawn out here with money to do with Liam Payne's, I'm hearing, estate and stuff. Something is going to be divvied up more equally, or someone's going to be paying back something that's owed here. And again, it echoes on to summertime. So if we're exploring that, so something with the distribution of who owns what is going to be more clarified, I'm hearing. Emperor, Empress. So it's going to be pertaining to the mother or the child, or something here is going to be brought out in the surface of who owns what to the estate. And I'm hearing it's going to go to the mother of the child, Cheryl. Lover's card, because someone's going to make a choice here. Someone's making a choice of holding back something, or holding on, or holding back material. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Something that's been kept dormant in a long while with the 4 of Swords here. Someone's mentally trying to put something to rest or to bed. Or finally, when information does come out about money in the situation, or even the Liam Payne case, it's going to draw to a conclusion. I'm hearing fall. Something is going to be in conclusion of in the fall. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Sun card. But something's still not clear here. Now, they're not clear about who's going to own what with the money. Now, if there is clarity here, somebody feels that something's not clear, or it's going to be depressing that they're going to have to pay something back, or clarify this. Sun card in reverse. 2 of Cups in reverse. However, this is going to be divvied up, if this is still pertaining to money here, courtship or choices. Someone here is going to be in like a separation, or it's going to cause separation between family and close relatives. As in divvying up of some money here. That's going to cause, and I'm hearing the estate, or it's going to cause some friction between people. Something that's going to like peeve some people off, I'm hearing. That's what I'm getting here. Yep, this is going to cause anxiety. So I have a feeling here, if this is not to do with Liam Payne's case, if this is still to do with like what we were seeing in the summertime, this is going to cause heartache and tension between people of who's divvying up where, and if it's to do with the estate and money and stuff like that, or certain things of who owns what, it's going to be, I'm hearing, a bit of a turf war over this stuff. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Again, business, money. Someone here, it's between a female and a male that's going to be really going at it with who owns what here, I'm hearing. Hangman. And there's going to be a conclusion drawn, or an epiphany here. An epiphany through a choice here that has to be made of what to hold back and what to bring forward here. And I'm hearing it's a certain project or something tangible. So tangible proof of what's being held back and what's being brought forward here. Strength card. Again, somebody's still holding back here, or somebody feels very insecure holding back here to what it is. Now, what is it exactly? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Moon card, something being revealed. Somebody facing their fears. Whoever's holding back here of distributing the stuff, it's somebody that's not facing their fears, or someone that doesn't want to go there, or someone's thinking, okay, this is too much, I can't handle this right now. If this is LP2 coming out in the fall, someone still is a little hesitant of releasing information or things about a project he was doing because they're not emotionally there yet to complete the process. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. That could be, this could be handed to, that they could be completing a project. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Judgment card. Somebody is facing their fears here, and that's going to be rectified. Spirit is guiding this, somebody to face their fears here with the with this project I'm hearing, or emaciation of money, or someone's going to be pissed off that they're going to hand it to somebody else because they can't get the job done to do with this. Now, I don't know if this pertains to the case or if this is to do with something else that has to be paid forward through Liam's estate, I'm hearing. But this is going to cause someone to go on a new journey. This is going to be a new project. Something new is going to come out of it. And this is going, after all this emotional stuff is faced, then people are going to start to feel more free and at ease from this whole process. And this is going to be a fulfilling project. They have to put in their minds that if this is LP2, or if this is something that Liam had yet to complete and he wants to complete, his spirit is telling people, please complete this project. This was a wish fulfillment of mine, and you guys are going to be more freer if this is completed, I'm hearing. Whoever does listen to my readings, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Five of Swords, but people feel defeated. So, okay, that's contradiction. It's a wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, but 5 of Swords. What the heck? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. I'm hearing hollowed victory. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Because I was wondering, but like, why is that? It's like I'm hearing it's a victory. It's a wish fulfillment. They want this to happen. But it's like a hollowed victory because, yes, they're here to see the project come to fruition and the new journey of it. But it's also defeat, 5 of Swords, because he's not here to enjoy it himself. Tower card, and this is going to be the explosive moment. Okay, so what is this? A defeat, an explosion. What is this? Tower card. Bad news? What? What is this about? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, bad news. What's this? Death card. Okay, death card. Page of Wands and Tower. Shocking. Something shocking, probably within the tracks or within whatever this is going to be released out. If this is a will or an attorney or something pertaining to his death, it's going to be out in the fall time. Now, this has a double meaning. Spirits tell me these set of cards, hang on. These sets of cards have a double meaning. Whatever, if it's LP2 that's coming out, there's going to be something shocking that when it is released, pertaining about his death, or it's almost like something that he's released out in one of the tracks. It's almost like prediction of his, untimely demise. But I'm also hearing something is going to be drawn to conclusion in this case of how or what was in that email or how he did pass away. The Tower card and the Death card here. We could be finding out, I'm hearing final information by the fall. And ow. That's strange. My nose right here is hurting as I'm saying this. Like the right side or the left side of my nostril. I know I don't do drugs before people think that, but like right here. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, unemployment. I'm hearing inconclusive. Something's going to be brought. The final thing is going to be inconclusive, whether it was an accident or not. About how he got wounded. There's going to be something inconclusive found about his injuries. Whether he was self-inflicted, as in he went over by accident, or if somebody pushed him. It's going to say inconclusive. They're not going to know 100%. And we have to be okay with that, I'm hearing. yeah, and people are not going to be happy of the ruling. They're going to say, well, no, he was pushed, he was murdered. Well, I say by the fall, we're going to know the truth, and some of y'all are not going to like the truth, and I think they're just going to say this was an untimely accident and he went over by himself, and people are going to go, well, fuck this, I don't like the answer to that. Well, I'm sorry. If this is a cover-up, you can believe all the conspiracy theories you want, but my cards are telling me this is what they're going to draw to conclusion by the end of the year, and this is what is going to be coming out, unfortunately. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. And people are going to be defending that, and they're going to feel defensive, as I just stated. They're going to feel defensive. And they're trying to say, well, isn't there something else? Something else? Is there anything that needs to be come out here? Final cards, because I'm getting tired myself. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Final messages. That's what's going to be exposed out. So you people may not like the answer, but this is what's going to be exposed out. This is going to be messages through a distance. This is what's coming out here. This is going to be final messages. And yes, people are going to be closing the case after this. They're going to be going away from this case. Case closed, I'm hearing, by the end of the year, fall time. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Final cards. All swords cards. So this is going to be come through in written messages. That's the verdict and the final ruling. Page of Cups. About what happened at the hotel and everything, and it's going to be heartbreak. It's going to be a heartbreaking situation of what the conclusion of what's happened to him. But it is going to be the truth, and they're going to find out as best they can, I'm hearing, what happened to this young man, and it's going to be the truth. Okay, so that was my Liam Payne reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It was hard. I got to fix my contact lenses, and yes, I will be doing another video to do with Louis and Zane's supposed feud and stuff. So stay tuned for that, and I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Also, if you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium@gmail.com. So thank you so much for sticking around if you've made it this long into the video. I know this is going to be a very long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next reading. Bye for now.